That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat? Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Rough. Rough.
Let's hope this is all.
Alright, this is letting off steam 1.
Blackthorn. Got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You're beat sneaking around on your tud all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
This way she can send me out to the next part. At 500 AB points.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Hubba hoo, hubba hoo, hubba hoo.
I went up to give some greens to the chocolate.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn's started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need.
Ah, convenient.
What's the name back there? I'll give you all details.
What's her name? Right.
Helena.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much.
Chink.
Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team
Ah,
and
my
head
fucking
there right
ankle
away.
is hurting.
We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Doggo, you ready to go deal with an unwanted visitor? Do 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 do.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Okay. Hello, what up,
You know what you have
dog?
that his lordship's vultures should be found circling the village can mean only one thing. That he means to...
Pop goes the bandit. Oh, cut me a bandit down, muff. Crinker. Shoot! Get that 2 gold, because it's gonna mean something one day. You get that 12 AB. Or AP. I keep saying AB. AP.
Stay down.
Unwanted guest?
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Spit it out. It
Of
ain't yours.
course. I'll be right back. Anybody home?
Is that a chest? I think it's a chest. Over there to the left. Oh, howdy. You ain't what I was expecting.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
What's on level 30? Yeet.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
I think it was 7 levels under me. What are you freaking out
Don't
for?
let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
No. Small problem with this game that I'm understanding is there's not enough combat, I don't feel like. Like, I understand there's a little bit of combat traveling from, like, one place to another, but it's just, I keep fighting spiders, roots, sea creatures, and it's just the same thing. It's a slash, 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 fireball, slash, dead. Shit like that. And then, was that a chest down here I saw? It is a chest. And it's just like the story seems like it's so far and in between. It's like, I understand this is probably important. This ship's going to allow me to, is going to be what I need to be able to continue this one part, to continue the story or whatever. But it's also like, all this running around for these different parts and stuff, and I'm just fighting the same creatures is not helping. It's not, it shouldn't have been, like, that should have been, if that was going to be a thing I had to do, then it should have been riddled into, it should have been like, I had to go through a small dungeon, I fought some different creatures, creatures were actually in my level. Do 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 do.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
I got 500. Does that get me a reward?
I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
I got 600, not 500, and yes, it does give me. It gives me this reward.
You
That's
earned this.
not that good. 750. I'm getting the high Curlic medal.
All done?
Excuse me. There's a chest down here. There's a chest down here. I think my mom and my grandmother are back because my dog just ran off. One of my dogs just ran off. And my main little baby, little mama's got her ears straight up. Oh, there's a bark. Hold up. Have I been in here before?
like a princess.
Let me know if you find any books worth reading.
I remember that door being open, so.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
And part 3?
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Hippocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
My little baby girl all snuggly wuggly. She's sitting in my wearing my footstool, and I've got her wrapped up in a small blanket on a pillow, and she's just snug as a bug and a little cutie pug. Well, she's not a pug, she's a chihuahua, but
I will have to give some praise to the
that means you. Storgle, what up, doggy, doggy, doggy? Oh, wow, wow.
The man who
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine? Whatever will that girl think of next?
Do do do
What
do
are
do
these
do do
notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it
Email?
is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant...